Welcome back to a video. Very excited for this one. I'm so happy about what has come and what I can show you. I do want to address also though my face to start off with. I had some makeup on in the last video that I did, which was the video where I had the wig on. I think I had some sort of allergic reaction to it because then my face rash thing happened. It's really a lot better than it is now. There's a few there, and then I had a few like lower down. It got like, they weren't spots, they were just like raised red bumps and a huge like red warm rash. So might be a message to not wear makeup for me. Even though I really want to be like a e-girl or a goth, sadly it's not for me. I can probably do eyeliner, even though I also was having issues with my under eye, but eyeliner is probably going to be the most that I can do without dying. Anyway, so I'm very happy about what has come, which I've already mentioned. So I've always wanted a pair of platform boots, but I've never wanted to buy like proper Demonia pairs of them because they're like a lot of money, and I'm worried about not being able, because I have very weird feet. I have tidgy feet, like I can fit in like 3s, 4s and 5s, but they're quite wide. So I was always worried about buying them online and then them getting here and it being like, well, these are a terrible size choice, Ellie. But I decided to face my fears, but instead of buying like a proper pair from Demonia or Koi Footwear or wherever, I thought I would try out AliExpress and buy like a slightly cheaper pair and test it out, because obviously I didn't want to get an official pair in the wrong size and then be like, I have sent these back but I don't want to because they're gorgeous, and it's like and then there's also the factor of how heavy they'd be, because obviously I'm not the strongest person in the entire world, and if I have something heavy on my feet it's just going to make walking horrific. So I thought I'd test them out and see if I can manage walking in some platforms and see how heavy they are. I do have platform like trainers and creepers or beetle crushers, but I've never had like a full-legged boot. So that was another factor that I had to account for getting a pair, because I'm quite slim, but my legs are tiny. So even though I'm small, my legs are like average size. So I was worried whether they would, if I got a small size, would that mean that the leg bits would have been too small for my actual legs, or because I am small anyway, would they go off like average leg width and mine would be too small for it, and then I'd have like a giant gap. So there was a lot of thoughts that were going through my head. So I thought, right, I'm not going to spend £300. I'm just going to spend, I think it was 30 something. I think it was like 20 something, but then there was shipping because it was coming from China. So it was about 30, I think, maybe 40. I'll find it and I'll insert it here. Anyway, on to actually showing you the shoes. So I have worn them in total for probably about 2 hours. I finished work at 3 o'clock today, and I decided, and I got changed there, and I walked it to like do a bit of like looking at if there was any spooky Halloween stuff out, and then I walked to Asda to meet my mum because she was finishing at 5 o'clock. So that was about 2 hours, maybe a bit less, maybe, I don't know. And I walked really well. The only struggle that I didn't trip once, I didn't go over, they didn't feel heavy, I didn't have any troubles at all apart from walking up the stairs in TK Maxx. It was a bit of awkwardness, probably because I was just like, these are the biggest platforms I've got, so I was probably just judging wrong. But yes, instead of talking about them, I'm now going to show you them. Ta-da! So these were surprisingly good quality for getting them off AliExpress. Like, I was expecting horrific quality, but look at them, they are amazing. So it's a zippy uppy back thing, buckled all the way to the top. You can adjust, so these like platey bits, so like how they're supposed to be like screwed down there, they aren't actually, they're just sort of like clipped on in the middle. So you could probably easily replace them if they pinged off. It's just like foam, the heel, it's not like coated in anything, and then it's just like, it's not incredible grip, it's just like some pattern for the gripping at the bottom. I've just rubbed my hand on that and I've just been walking in them. So yes, these are amazing, very beautiful, so nice. They're not thin either, they are actually quite thick, if you can see there, and they've got like a fluffy lining, so it's not just like the plasticky leather, it's not real leather, rubbing on you. So they are gorgeous. Obviously I don't have one, I have two, and they're amazing and so comfortable to walk in. I will insert a video now of me walking in them. So, in all honesty, I don't have any complaints about them at all. They're incredible quality for the price that I paid for them, and obviously if you are going through the same sort of turmoil as me, or you just don't have the money for buying like full-blown Demonia or type of shoes, like proper platform shoes, then these are a very, very good alternative. I was so paranoid about buying off AliExpress and just being scammed completely and getting sent like a turtle plush. I don't know why that came in my head then, but anyway, so I'm very happy that I actually got shoes, and I am going to link the seller and shop that I got these from in the description so that you can buy from the same seller knowing that they're not going to scam you. They aren't like super cheap, I mean it's not like £10, you still have to pay a bit of money for them, but they are gorgeous. The only sort of like dodgy bits that I didn't really like were when they came, they have like this bit was pressed in, and you can still sort of see on the camera, and you can see proper in real life, that it's not fully popped out yet. I'm sure that with like wear and time it will like pop out, but I can't really do anything about it. It's just how it was packaged. And also because they're quite thin leather, the strappy bits leather, when I've tightened them, I put them, they were on like the middle buckle, I put them on the smallest buckle so they like fit my legs fully. They like flop out a bit, so they're not flush to this shoe, they stick out, and I'm not quite keen on that. I'm sure maybe if I like tape them down for a couple of hours maybe they might stick, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry about them reflecting on the camera. Other than that, I'm really, really happy with them. They're amazing. So I did order, I think it was a size, I ordered a larger size than what I needed. I think it was a size 5.5, so maybe a size 6. I'm a size 5 in most shoes. Some shoes are fitting a 4s or 3s, which is weird. But I thought I would be safer ordering a larger size than a smaller size, because at the end of the day I can always like shove something in the toes or really thick socks, and I tend to wear really thick socks anyway, so that'll account for it. But even though you can sort of, like when I first put them on you can tell that they're big, but when you're walking in them your foot doesn't move around, you're like completely stuck in there. And I really do love the fact that they're adjustable, because when I first had them on like the medium set, I'm just trying to cover that out because it keeps reflecting. When I had them on like when I first got them out of the bag, on the middle one they were a bit too big, like there was a gap at the top, but as soon as I tightened them all, even though it is a bit tedious having to do every single buckle on both shoes, they fit like a glove, and they're so comfortable and so amazing, and I love them so much, and I'm going to be wearing them all the time, and you're never going to be able to get them off my feet. I think I am going to, when these go, I don't think I'm going to buy a proper pair yet. I think I'm going to wear these to death, and then when these are worn to death I'm going to buy myself a proper official pair of Trinity boots. I may even get like what are they called? Is it cult? Is it like, it's something occult something? I follow them on Instagram. They have some amazing shoes. They do like these style of shoes, but instead of the plain buckles, it's like a jack-o'-lantern, or like they have like green ones, and it's so cool and I love them so much, and I need to be a millionaire. But yeah, I'm really happy with these shoes. Best ever purchase in my entire life off AliExpress. Actually, I think it's only the second purchase I've ever made off AliExpress. Or is it the first? I think I've bought something before, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I love them. Hopefully, if you guys want a cheaper budget pair of these types of shoes, you'll check out the shop that I've linked in the description. And yeah, I hope they're as lovely as you like them. Look at them, they're amazing.